Good afternoon. This is Ramblin' Rusty. This is December 23, 2023. Today I am at Santa Barbara Natural History Museum. It is a beautiful location. The sun is shining today. Here in the distance you see a skeleton. Not sure what it was at first, but as I got closer, I realized this was a skeleton of the blue whale, which is the largest animal ever to be on the face of the earth. It is very interesting what they did. They made a mold of it. And here you see parts of the fins and everything else. As we're going in to the place to pay for the time, here are some of the different exhibits that are just in the office, and showing some of the shells and different collections that will be throughout the museum. Rocks rooms that we went into dealt with the natives that were found here in California. They were at first called the Chumash, which means islanders. The name now refers to most of the natives right around here in the Santa Barbara, Ventura area. Any native that is here in California. Here you'll see quite a bit of the different handiwork. Here's some pictures of someone throwing an atlatl, which is and their projectile points. Here you'll see some of the other handiwork that they would do, the making things to grind up things, some of their beautiful baskets that they would make dealing with that. The Chumash natives. Here is a little diorama of what possibly a Chumash home would look like. It was made with reeds and there, and of course here in the Southern California is quite a bit warmer. These are some of the games that they would play along with that. They also would make their beads, and out of shells they would poke holes in them, and then they would string them together. The next section that we entered was one dealing with paleontology, and there were many interesting things there. They had some fossilized bones of some foot. They showed the different rocks that were there. And it was interesting, they showed the different types of elephants that were found. And in fact, on some of the islands here off of Ventura, they have found some pygmy elephants in there. So here, I'll just let the video roll and show you these. section that we entered dealt with different types of animals that could be found in the ocean. And I can remember teaching some of these things, and some of my favorite ones was the Echinodermata, which dealt with the starfish and the sea urchins. Again, I will allow this to go ahead and show the different sections of this area. After leaving the ocean section, dealing with all the different tidal zones and everything, we entered the ones dealing with rocks and minerals. There's a lot of information there showing about that each mineral has its own composition, how it's set up. So here I will go ahead and allow the video to roll so you can see the different things found here. next section that we entered, one dealt with outer space. The first image is of course the Earth. As we go around the room, you see many other different sections that have been taken with some of the Hubble telescopes and some of the other telescopes. So enjoy these pictures. Next section that we entered dealt with the different diverse places that animals can live here on this planet. It showed a lot of the places that we can go to, the deserts, the mountains, the seacoast, of course, and the deep woods. And so this was a very interesting thing, showing where they could live. The next section that we entered dealt with mammals. And it was real interesting because beside each main animal there was their skull. And also it showed how they were surviving here in North America. It was real interesting how they set up the different dioramas of the animals. As we're looking through them, I made a comment that when we came to pictures of opossums and other things, I says, I had to go and take an opossum out of Nancy Lou Cross's upstairs bedroom. She called up one night and says, there's an opossum there, or some animal. So I finally trapped him and grabbed him by the tail, or her, took her out and let her loose in the woods. So I don't know if she'll ever come back or not. But anyway, take a look at the different mammals found here in North America. We found ourselves in the section dealing with the birds of the world. It was real interesting to see the different things, everything from one of the largest ones, which is the condor. And I mentioned that when Noah and I were down in Peru, that we went to a place that were raising condors, and they had them fly from one end of the great big enclosure, several thousand feet long, and they landed right close to us on the where we were sitting. It's real interesting to see all the diversity of the birds and how they are set up. next section that we went into, the grandkids didn't like it so much. It dealt with the age of discovery, showing some of the different plant mounts and the sketches of different birds and animals and plants and shells that they had gone on. It was rather interesting. Take a look and see what you think. After going in the last gallery, we went outside the main building, and we went through a section called the Prehistoric Forest. And in this forest, we able to see many life-size models of different dinosaurs that roamed the earth a couple thousand years ago. And some of them had sound and everything else. It was real neat to go through there and see the different ones. So I'll let you check for yourself and see what you think about the prehistoric forest. The next section that we came to, there was a person sitting out there with a great horned owl. This great horned owl had been captured when it was very young, and then it was fed by humans, and it was basically imprinted by humans, and it could not be released to the wild. This is a great example that people can get up close and see one of these great beasts. And also, they showed some of the aviary that was there, some little kestrels. And then there was one fellow that was there that was helping out with the hawks and everything in the aviary, and he's planning to be a falconer. This next section shows Megan and Eli and Elise in their attempt to go ahead and see about making a structure to spend the night. I hope you have enjoyed the tour of the Santa Barbara Natural History Museum. If ever you're in Southern California, please come by and check it out. Please keep listening and subscribing to Ramblin' Rusty and see where I will be next. Ramblin' Rusty, signing off for now.